Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Welcome to vlog number whatever we're on. Starting today, Monday morning, we're on the 28th. Let's just say the 28th. England has snow. That is all fine with me, apart from the fact I had an eye test at 10 this morning, and I did not really fancy driving in the snow, and my dad was like, don't go unless I come with you, and I wanted to like chill and get coffee and read while I was out there, so can't do that with my dad. Yeah, so I cancelled it, changed it to Thursday. So I'm actually going to do today is read, and I might go for a walk in the cemetery in the snow because all the trees look pretty. Yeah. What am I reading, you ask? Percy Jackson and The Last Olympian. I have got about 50 to 60 pages until the end. What I've been doing is listening to somebody read this on YouTube, like treating it as an audiobook and following along, which has been working perfectly. So I'm going to carry on doing that this morning. My only other plans before the 31st, is this vlog going to hit? Yeah, this vlog will hit January. Oh, that's exciting. My next plan, I want to read the whole thing today, is Giver by Lois Lowry. Brittany has told me I have to read this book, so you know, I have to. So that's going to happen today as well. I also want to edit my best books of 2020 video, maybe film my worst books. I don't think I'm really in the mood for that. Yeah, exciting times. I am walking and I am struggling. Oh my god. For some reason, I cannot walk in a straight line in the snow, and I've nearly fallen over twice. Look how ridiculous this hood is. Still struggling to walk, a little out of breath. The only reason I'm coming out is for something to do. I'm gonna go to the shop, get a coffee, I don't know. I'm tired. Oh my god. I am tired. What time is it? It's not even, it's like 11:15. I'm already home. I went in Sainsbury's, Lidl or Aldi, I can never remember which one we've got. I think it's a Lidl. And HomeSense. And I want to show you what I got, because what else do we do? In Aldi, no, Lidl, I got jackfruit and mushroom buns, bayo. I never know how you say it. So what I'm gonna actually do for lunch, we have no noodles, but we have spaghetti. So I'm gonna have spaghetti and jackfruit buns. Thought it'd be interesting. Peach, well, yeah, peach black tea, because, you know. Oh yeah, 6 cans of Pepsi Max Cherry, because all of the Coke in this house gets consumed without me. Oh, mini pots of porridge, because I'm lazy in the mornings. Some Costa coffee, filter coffee, which I'm excited about. I paid like quite a lot for this, so I want this to be good. And then I saw some books in HomeSense, like normal books. Normally they've got a couple of good like non-fiction stuff, but they had Final Draft by Riley Redgate for £3. They also had finished copies of Done Dirt Cheap by Sarah Nicole Lemon, which is one of my favourite books of last year, and I have a signed arc of it. So I didn't really want the finished copy because I have a signed arc, but now I'm regretting it because it's only £5. But yeah, this one was £3. And then I got A Taxonomy of Love by Rachel Allen, which I've never heard of, but this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it was £5. So I grabbed both of those. Yeah, I need to, like, my nose is running, it's so cold, I need to get used to being back inside again, and then I'm gonna make my lunch. I think I might have to go back for Done Dirt Cheap, you know. Why didn't I buy it? It's only £5 for a hardback. It is such a good deal. But yeah, let's look. Here it is. Done Dirt Cheap. The paperback looked exactly like this. I think it was smaller. No, it was this size. But yeah, this is the art copy, which I think I did actually pay for, which, you know, is annoying. But it is signed, so no, I'll keep this one. I'm overthinking it. Hello, so I've had my dinner. And I just finished Leaving Time, and they said the author's name, and I've always said Jodi Picoult because it's what it looks like. Apparently it's Jodi Picoult. Would never have guessed. So yeah, for some reason that baffled me. Yeah, just finished that book, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It was really good. I got very emotional at times, very emotional towards the end actually, and was not expecting the twist in the story, which obviously I can't tell you because spoilers, but was not expecting it to go where it did. I think I would be willing to reread the book physically. I feel like with the audio, I think I zoned out a little bit. And I don't want that to be the reason why I didn't give it 5 stars. I don't think it is. I don't think it is a 5-star book for me, just overall. I think it's 4 stars. But yeah, I did zone out a little bit. So would be interested to see what I thought of it on a reread, like maybe in a year or so's time. God, that's ambitious for me with rereads a year. Yeah, it was good. So now I need to go and finish Percy Jackson and The Last Olympian because I didn't do that this morning because Cole called. So I'm gonna cuddle up in bed, get some chocolate and finish that. Hello again. So it is 20 to 2 and I just finished Percy Jackson and The Last Olympian, which, if I haven't said already, was my last book for the festive readathon, which finished 13 hours and 40 minutes ago, but I've just finished it. So you know what? I'm not counting it as a failure. I'm just going to say I've done it. But I will be quite transparent on Twitter that I finished it now. I didn't finish it last night. So I've actually found out there are going to be reading sprints on Mal's channel in about 50 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to take part in those. My next book is The Giver by Lois Lowry, which I actually have the audiobook for, and I'm going to read along like I just did with Percy Jackson. So that's my next plan. I'm going to spend the next 50 minutes just relaxing, catching up on my watch later list. So yeah, I'm going to do that. That's pretty much it. Hello, it is 10 to 7 and I just finished The Giver. I thought I was going to give this 4 stars, but that ending has really confused me. So it's down to 3 just for pure confusion. It's definitely a book that I would consider rereading. I'm going to keep it around. It's very short, so I feel like I could get back to it really easily. So now I'm going to go for the world's fastest shower, because there are sprints on Meg's channel at 7, so like 10 minutes. But hopefully I should be back by the first time they actually sprint, and I'm going to read All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. Excited for this one. This is one Sydney has informed me that I have to read. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Hello, so it is Tuesday morning. Last night, All the Missing Girls. I only read up to page 53, so I didn't read too much. I kind of like the idea, and then I noticed that it's told from, like, it's told backwards in time, which is not my favourite thing. But Sydney's told me to stick with it, so I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, I'm just not. So you read. I'll try and explain. Okay, so we had 2 weeks later, day 15. Then the next chapter is the day before, day 14. Then you get to the end of that chapter and the day before, day 13. So I don't love books that are told like that, but I'm going to try and stick with it and read a little bit now. My only other plans for the day are to watch a bit of Sword Art Online, because Cole said he'll watch with me if I get to a certain episode. So yeah, I've got to do that. Apart from that, I'm completely chilled today. Okay, so update time. It is now 6:30 on Tuesday, and I did finish All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. So I read this whole thing today, and it's like 400 pages. Okay, it's not, it's 370 pages, but you know, 400 pages. I don't know if I mentioned, I did find the audiobook for this on Libby, so I sat and read along with the audiobook, and it got me through it way quicker. I've given this 3 stars. It was fine. Annoyingly, it's one of those where you find out what's going on in the present, and then you go back a day, then back a day, then back a day, then back a day. So every time I was getting interested in the story and like, oh my god, what's happening, we'd go back 24 hours and it would really throw me off. The story was okay. It was a little predictable. but all around it was a decent read, so I've gone with 3 stars. I've also watched 7 episodes of Sword Art Online. So when Cole wakes up, which should be very shortly, we're gonna I think we're gonna watch episodes 9 and 10. Hopefully 11, hopefully I can just keep him on for a little bit longer. My plans for the evening though are to read Escape Room by Maren Stoffels. So this is very short. Molly is doing reading sprints at 7, so I have 26 minutes. I am going to jump into those before trying to watch Sword Art Online with Cole, because he doesn't communicate very well first thing in the morning. I've accepted that, so I'm not going to try and force him to chat to me. But yeah, Escape Room. This is about an escape room where you're not supposed to escape. Basically, I'm going to use my bookmark, one of my ones from Emily, which is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so shower, then read this. But that's pretty much all my plans. Hello, it is 10 a.m. on Wednesday and I just finished the Escape Room. I had like 10 pages left after last night because I was doing Molly's reading sprints, then started watching some anime with Cole, then started watching Cole play Beat Saber, then started watching Cole's mom play Beat Saber. So my night just dragged on after that and I didn't get to finish Escape Room. So I've done it now. 2 stars. This is not a good book, in my opinion. It's very, very short, and I think that's the main problem. I think we needed at least another 50 pages of like character development, and at least another 50 pages of what was actually going on in the escape room. It was very much like they go to an escape room, we know there's something a bit fishy happening, then people start getting hurt, but not that badly. It just wasn't good, unfortunately, and I'm mad. I paid like full price for this book. It was tiny, so I was already mad about that, and now I need to get rid of it. Hey ho, what do you do, eh? Hello, I am still in bed. It is 11:30, so maybe I should move. Just got an Amazon delivery and I will apologise because I opened it. I thought it was something I'd ordered for myself. It is not. This is Spark by Alice Broadway, which is from the lovely Tracy, Bookie Tracy. So I will definitely make sure she is linked in the description. She's been such a sweetheart lately. And yeah, this is just a little gift to brighten my day. I will say, she said, I know you're missing Coke, which I know she means is Cole, but that's fine. But hope this brightens your day, my lovely, and it did. So as always, there is never, ever, ever a requirement to buy me anything, and I'm so, so grateful. I am just about to edit my best books of 2020, and Ink, the first book in this series, is on there. So I'm just over the moon that I have the sequel, and I really hope to read it soon. Saying that, I'm looking at my January TBR right now. I know it's not going to be very, very soon, but as soon as possible. Hello, it is now 3:30. I had said today that I wanted to read Dorothy and the Land of Monsters by... Did I even say that? No, I didn't. So on my Kindle, I decided to read my oldest NetGalley arc, which was Dorothy and the Land of Monsters. I will put it here. I pushed myself to get to 10%, but I had to DNF it. I was so bored. When I originally requested this, it was definitely back in 2019, and it was marketed as more of a horror retelling of The Wizard of Oz with vampires and zombies, where in fact the first zombie we meet and the only zombie we met at 10% was a friendly zombie. And yeah, the marketing has kind of changed on it now to a sci-fi fantasy sort of Oz, where I wanted it for the horror and it just didn't deliver. So I've had to give that one up. It is still the 30th of December. We have 2 more days left of the month. I have decided I'll be hosting, well, I say hosting, I will be doing a 24-hour readathon on the 1st of January to like welcome in the new year. We can't really do anything anyway for New Year, so when it hits 2021, I'm going to be reading my favourite thing. But yeah, so I have no idea what I want to read right now. So what I'm going to do is use, this was Larry the TBR Llama, which is all of the books I purchased or like acquired in 2020, at least in the first 9 months. I don't think I updated it after that, but this should give me something random to read. This one, I've just got Frozen Charlotte by Alex Bow, but I did say that I would potentially buddy read that one, so I'm going to ignore that one. Next. All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda, which I read yesterday, so that needed to come out. Matched by Ali Condé. Let's do this. So Matched is a book that I really loved as a teenager, and I just remember it being absolutely amazing. I've been dying to read it again. It says, on her 17th birthday, Cassia meets her match. Society dictates he is her perfect partner for life, except he's not. In Cassia's society, officials decide who people love, how many children they have, where they work, when they die. But as Cassia finds herself falling in love with another boy, she is determined to make some choices of her own, and that's when her whole world begins to unravel. So this is actually on my 21 books to read in 2021, but you know, I didn't feel like I'd have this much free reading time at the end of December, so we're gonna go with this one. Oh my god, we have a different background. I have left the house. Wow. Only because I have an eye test. So it's at 12:45. I think it's now like 11:30 because I have no chill. And I've gone in a few shops while I'm here. It's like a big retail park. I picked a space away from everybody, and I now have cars either side of me, both. You know when you try and go for the middle of the space? These people haven't. They've tried to go as close to me as possible. Anyway, it's a car park. What was I expecting? So, reading update. Matched. Last night I got up to page 197. So that was quite a lot of the sprints on Molly's channel, which I actually might see if they're still going. And do some now, like use up my data, because it's not like I actually use it anymore. So yeah, what did I do after that? I watched some anime with Cole. We watched like an hour of anime and then we were just talking for a bit, so that made it quite late. Then this morning he actually woke me up at 9 AM for a chat, so that got me out of bed. My sister's boyfriend has arrived at our house because they went into tier 4 at midnight, so he's with us now for God knows how long, which is fine. It just means that vlogging is quite hard because I get embarrassed enough knowing my sister might be able to hear me, knowing he might be able to hear me as well, is like, I don't like it. So what I'm going to do now, I've just gone and grabbed a hot chocolate because I had one of those free vouchers that ran out today, so I had to use it. It's got my hot chocolate. I'm going to read. I'm looking at Specsavers, so it's not like I can be late now. My phone signal isn't good enough to watch the sprints, but I can see that they're happening. That makes me kind of sad. Let's see if they're still going by the time I get home. So I've got an hour till my appointment. My appointment's going to take about an hour, and then it's a good half hour home. So yeah, I could have gone for a closer eye test to my house, but my ex-boyfriend works there, so I've gone for the next closest one because that would just not be a fun day. God, I look like I've been dragged out of bed. Look at my eyes. Wow. Okay. Maybe I should have bought some tweezers, made sure my eyebrows were okay and all that. Why am I stressing? It's an eye test. So I've just got home and we have a parcel that I don't know. It does say books, but I'm not exactly sure what ones it is. So let's find out. Ow, together, just stabbed myself. We're still not in. Here we go. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Oh, it's part of my WH Smith's order. So I had a £20 gift card. I bought, I think, 5 books and here's 2 of them. So I've got Hex by Thomas Old Houvelt. Don't know. I don't really remember anything about this, but Brittany also has it, so this is going to be a future Sisters Approximately pick, so quick sneak peek to that for you. And then I also grabbed the Assassin's Blade, which is the Throne of Glass novellas, to read with Togalong, hosted by a bunch of people. I will link the Togalong stuff in the description. This is supposed to be the January read, but I am not going to be able to read it in time because of my very extensive TBR, so I'm actually going to be reading this in February, but I own it now. Yeah, so there should be a few more books coming from WH Smith's. They will just be taking their time, it seems.
Hello, so I have to make myself look a bit more alive yet, but just as a quick update, it's about 8 o'clock, well maybe 8:30, on the 1st of January. So last night I wanted to try and finish 3 books to make my Goodreads goal, like my Goodreads completed books, 215. That didn't happen. I ended up watching a film with my parents and like doing a little quiz, so I'm still on 212. It's too late to change it now. I've just set my new Goodreads goal to 120. I've got very big plans for today in terms of reading. I really did want to do a 24-hour readathon. I'm not in the mood. We sat and watched the fireworks on TV last night and I genuinely found it depressing. I don't know, I feel like I may have overreacted to it, but watching some fireworks go off in London through the TV just made me realise how crap, well, I know how crap, but how crap this year is. Like, yeah, you can FaceTime people, but you're not seeing them in person. So watching some fireworks live from London through the TV is not the same as standing together and watching the fireworks. And I got a bit down about it, so time to make a cup of tea and start reading because that's all I want to do today, but after I've sorted this out.
Hello, so I just started filming and for some reason my camera stopped me. Thank you very much, camera. Yeah, what have I done today? Because I feel like I've done nothing. So it's 2:30. I read my buddy read section of 1,000 Perfect Notes. I need to take that off the cover. So that was only 54 pages, but I've read that. I then filmed books I've unhauled lately and my December wrap up. So both of those are filmed. I've not started editing them yet because it takes forever to get them from my phone to my laptop. So I'm trying not to rush. I have all day tomorrow to sort it out. And then I also started reading Replica. So I've just read 50 pages of that in 30 minutes. So not too shabby. I believe there are some reading sprints starting now. I'm also really hungry. And I just got an email to say that my pre-order of A Vow So Bold and Deadly isn't arriving till the 3rd of February, which is no good to me. I need it in January because it comes out in January. So I'm not too pleased about that.
Hello, it is 9 o'clock on Saturday morning and I have no plans for the day apart from reading. I'm still getting a little confused on how people I know are like calling me antisocial when we can't be social. Anyway, the point for another day. Reading, I can start already. I've already called Cole this morning. He's already in bed because it's normally about now that he calls for like an hour and a half. He's already in bed, so my day of reading, it needs to start. I do need to edit my December wrap up, which is going up at 12 o'clock today. So I think my plan is going to be read my next buddy read section of 1,000 Perfect Notes. So that's going to be about 50 pages, maybe just less than that. Read that quickly because I can do that in half an hour. Finish editing my best books, get that, not my best books, my December wrap up, get that uploaded. Then I'm going to read the next chunk of Replica. So yesterday I got to like page 120. I really did want to read more, but I just got so bored. And I know that this is the same book told twice, so I've just got to the bit where the two characters meet, so I know this next bit is going to be duplicated. But you know, it's fine. I'm really not enjoying this, but I can't wait to get it off of my physical TBR. Like, it needs to go. But at least I'm still giving it a shot. So I'm going to carry on with this, at least get to the middle where the books swap over. And I also picked up Mirror Mirror. I've got 77 pages into that, so if I could just read at least one more chunk before lunchtime. I really have nothing to do today but read, so I want to read a lot. Hello, so 1,000 Perfect Notes, the pages are done, so we're stopping on page 101 for the day. This is fine, it's just very, Emily described it perfectly as just very YA. It is not that great. I reckon This is probably going to be like a 3-star, it'll come out as. But this is about Beck, whose mother used to be a famous pianist, but like health problems stopped her doing that, and she's now pushing it on her son. And he is effectively just abused. Well, not effectively, he is just abused. And it's kind of concerning to think about the extent that he's turning up at school with like a literal hand slap bruise on his face, and no one says anything. He turns up covered in coffee where she's thrown her drink over him in the morning and nothing happens. And he's also got a new friend, August, who doesn't wear shoes in public. It's very YA, but it's an easy read, so there's that. My December wrap up has now been edited and it is exporting, so that shouldn't take too much longer. And I'm going to get halfway into Replica before I do anything. I might actually go make a cup of tea first and then sit and get there. How many pages is it? It's just over 100 pages, so like really not that much. But I would love to just smash this in one go. So Dad walked in for a chat and then thinks that backing out backwards, going sorry, is going to be less of an issue to edit than just talking. But yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I'm going to read this. Getting some more snow. Hello, so it is about 12 o'clock now. Actually it's about 12:15, and Jade from Jade Ray Reads announced some Patreon reading sprints at 12:30, so I wanted to take part in those, which also meant I got my sister to do my nails because I was in desperate need. And while she was doing that, I got a book. I don't know what this is because I've ordered so many, but let's find out together. It is 13 Treasures by Michelle Harrison, which I had to get because the book Emily got me for Christmas, 13 Curses, is actually a sequel to this book. So I grabbed myself the first book for a couple of pounds. Yeah, no idea when I'll actually get to this one, but happy to own it now so I can start reading that series. Hello, so it is now nearly 4 o'clock. Jade's Patreon sprints are still going. I have about 100 pages left of Replica. I'll share more thoughts on this when I finish it. It's actually started snowing again, like pretty heavily, which is really cool. But what I'm going to do is just go for a nice bath, do a face mask, things like that, like the little things I want to do. And then I'm going to order a Chinese because that seems to be what I do while Jade does live sprints. The snow is coming down quite heavily now, actually. It never picks up as good on camera as it is, but it's not sticking, but it is snowing. Hello, it is now just gone 6 o'clock. That is Cole's mom that I'm chatting to right now. The notification came through at exactly the wrong time. Yeah, it's just gone 6 o'clock and I've not long finished Replica. Saying that, I probably finished it closer to 5, but since then I've eaten some food and stuff. I've given this book 3 stars, so I really enjoyed the storyline, the plot, I liked the characters, but so it was 4 stars really, but my main issue is that we read Lyra and then we flip and we read Gemma, and we start from the beginning point of both stories, and I feel like, yeah, okay, it was an interesting thing to do. I've not read anything like that before, but it would have made much more sense to just have one timeline and switch perspectives. And I felt like then going back to the beginning really did throw me off a little bit. But the story was good. I would recommend it. I just wasn't a fan of how, like, the timeline thing. So that is actually the second book I finished this month, but the first book on my TBR. So plans for tonight. I'm currently, how many pages in? 77 pages into Mirror Mirror. Can I read this whole thing? I can try. I think that's definitely going to be my plan, is to read this whole thing. And then the next book on my TBR, which will probably just be tomorrow's read, is Orion Lost. Oh, yeah. Can I do this? I can try. Hello, so last night I actually only managed to get to page 153 of Mirror Mirror, where I really wanted to finish it off, and I'm now less than halfway through it. I've not long woken up. I've already had a talk with Cole this morning. It's nearly 10, so I think I'm going to sit here now and finish this off and like not move till it's done. That's the plan at least. Hello, so it's nearly 1 o'clock now. I have had a little bit of a break, but I finished Mirror Mirror. I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. Like, it definitely wasn't the best book I've ever read, and it could be my memory, but I felt like a lot of it was just the story of Snow White. There weren't that many differences, but I did enjoy my time reading it. So 3 stars because like I enjoyed it, but then let's knock a bit off because I didn't think it was that twisted for a twisted tale. So finish that, and now I'm just going to sit and read my buddy read pages of 1,000 Perfect Notes, which should take me like 25-30 minutes. Hello, so this could be a very dodgy angle, I'm not sure, we're just going to roll with it. It is 8:30 on Sunday night and I just finished Orion Lost. I actually really enjoyed this one. I've given it 4 stars, which for me, for a middle grade, is a very, very high rating. I mean, it's a high rating anyway. Jade from JD Ray Reads said, if you love middle grade and you don't like sci-fi, or if you like sci-fi and not middle grade, or you love them both, then you'd love this. I'd also like to include, if you don't massively love middle grade or massively love sci-fi, which is me, you will still love this. It was insanely good. So this is about the spaceship Orion, which is 4 months away from Earth when there is a big, well, event. And a group of children is left in charge and has to save the ship. It was a really good time, I really enjoyed it, and I read this whole thing in one night, so it must have been sort of good. So yeah, that's actually 4 books I've finished since the 1st of January. What are we on? It's the 3rd. I finished 4 books already technically this year in 3 days. That is insane. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the vlog here. It's back to work tomorrow, so I need to make this editing as easy as possible. I actually might start doing it now because I know work's just going to be crazy tomorrow and I'm really not looking forward to it because I know it's just going to have gone mental, but I guess that is what I need to do. Yeah, and next week I don't have anything majorly exciting planned. I just want to get a lot of reading done while I get back to work. I should have a lot of parcels arriving as well, because a lot of things I've ordered over the past week or so. So yeah, that should be very cool. If you've watched the vlog to this point, I really do appreciate it, and just so I know you've made it all this way, please leave me a green heart to represent this cover. So that would be fantastic, and I cannot thank you enough. When you watch my vlogs the whole way through, it really does make me feel very warm and fuzzy inside. So on that note, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.